dug this out of the closet. For some of you guys who've been with me since the old days, you guys know that this is my signature ass, so I'm gonna try to pull it off for this video. Hey fam, it's your boy, Fanny, and today we're gonna do something that I've been wanting to share with you guys for a long time. We're gonna dig into your responses for making shiny music with me. Let's get down to making some music. Let's get into it. Samples you guys wanna hear in the song. Egomi says, some Japanese vocal sample would be sweet. You're right, Egomi, that would be sweet. Someone who wrote just my YouTube name. Now, I don't have your name, and I realize that this is my fault in the Google form. The way that I worded that last question where you could tell me what you want to go by was not worded correctly or wisely. So unfortunately, I don't know who wrote these responses, but if you recognize your responses and I refer to you in the video as Mr. Unknown, let me know in the comments who you are so that I can give you proper credit, because these ideas that you wrote down are awesome. So you said that you want more video game samples. 8-bit would probably work best. 8-bit would work best because 8-bit is awesome. Retro video games for the win. Okay, AbuHamad says, laughing. Okay, laughing is good. We can laugh. I'll allow it. Rory says, any kind of old school game conversation sample. Bad voice acting allowed. You will get bad voice acting, Rory. Thank you for your suggestion. I think that's actually going to be pretty funny. Let's do that. Teo says, the damage sound from Undertale. Okay, so now when we get into video games, I'm going to do my best to try to get those samples and like use them legally, because I didn't create them. I don't have the legal right to use them without permission, but I will see if I can't make it happen. And if we can't use the exact sample, we'll recreate as best as we can that sample from Undertale and make a tutorial out of it. Why not? It could be fun. Aonodensetsu says, Ori and the Blind Forest dying sound. That would be cool. Again, I'll have to see if I can use it legally, but yes. Isaac, my man Isaac, says, I want to hear some Kirby or Legend of Zelda video game samples. I agree. Again, we'll see if we can use it legally, but yeah. Beanie says, some 8-bit Mario stuff. Yes. Akamatsu Kei says, maybe Undertale samples. Again, I'll see if I can use it legally, but yeah. Charlie B, my man, says, Portal Turret quotes. We'll see if we can use it. Yeah. Danté says, I think using a light bulb to make a sample pack would work well, both symbolically and musically. You're right, Danté. That would be awesome. I would love to make you a sample pack out of light bulbs, so let's make it happen. Crafty Velociraptor music. I'm trying to learn how to write and produce music. That's a long name, Crafty. I'm just gonna call you CVM from now on. Unless you really hate that name, tell me in the comments, but we'll work on that name. It's pretty long, but... Gun sounds and distorted single syllables as drums. That's very creative. Yes, we will do that. That's legit. Instruments you want to hear in the song. And some of you guys actually agreed on some stuff. I found that pretty surprising. But Annie and Rory want to hear a melodica. I'll see if I have a melodica. Let's pull out my bag of random instruments. We got somewhat of like a small steel drum. Actually, I don't know if it's a steel drum. Isaac, my man, could you tell me, does this have a name? Is this kind of like something else? It's kind of mini steel drum. That is not a melodica. That is not a melodica either. Cool, but not a melodica. Here we go. Melodica, I got one. Now this guy actually has a broken key, but we should still make it work. So there you go, melodica. Mr. Unknown, Ao, and Beanie agreed on some kind of guitar. Guitar. I think I can play guitar. I'm kidding, I can actually play guitar. Okay, guitar it is. Might actually get some acoustic guitar in there too. Egomi, who I think is trying to troll me hardcore, says steel drums and maybe trumpet. Well, Egomi, just to make the joke on you, I will put steel drums in it. And if you want trumpet, you can actually play trumpet for me, so make that happen. Teo says recorder. Recorder. Isaac wants my voice. Yes, of course that will happen. And rapping. Wow, I didn't think that we would get there so quickly, but we're gonna fuse hip hop and shiny and make some shiny rap. So, boom. Akamatsu Kei says violin. I think I know someone who can play violin. Theo? Theo? Can you play violin music for me? Cool. Charlie B says, you do you, fam. I will do me, fam. You can count on that. Danté says Glockenspieler xylophone. I've got some samples, we can do that. CVM says fretless bass. I know someone who has a fretless bass. I can't get my hands on it today, but stay tuned. I will eventually get my hands on it and we'll put it in the song, so possible chord progressions. These are where you guys each had different ideas, but songs usually have multiple different kinds of chord progressions, so we can make them all work. I think we can create a cool chain. Egomi says something in F minor, and you're the only one who actually said a key, so F minor it is. The song's in F minor. Mr. Unknown says 3, 1, 5, 6, 4, 3. Yes, we can do that. Annie says F, A minor, G, C, or 4, 6, 5, 1. We can use that. Rory says 1, 7, 6. Cool. Ao says A minor 7 add 6, C add 4, G sus2, E minor 7. We may have a jazzer in our midst, but yes, we can make that work. Isaac says something chromatic. Cool beans, Isaac, let's do it. And Danté says A, D, F sharp minor, E. And again, we can make all of these work. All of these chord progressions are in different keys, but I will shift them over to the right key, and then we can make them all harmonize and work together. And form, this is where pretty much everything I listed you guys said yes we should have. So we're gonna have verses, we're gonna have choruses, we're gonna have a bridge. Builds wasn't unanimous, so we may or may not have builds. I'll flip a coin later. And we will have an intro, we will have an outro, and we will have something other. Egomi says, steel drum solo. Egomi, you're joking on me hard, but just to make you look stupid, I'm gonna put a steel drum solo in there, so joke's on you. Isaac says rap breakdown. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And CVM says some sort of instrumental, so I will try to fit an instrumental in like a bridge or something, so. And for the order, I'm working on it. So we're gonna have something like intro, everything else, chorus, outro. Now here's the best part. You guys all had different ideas for how the lyrics should go, what we should talk about, but I think that we can splice them together and create a coherent, super interesting, super unique story about an astronaut. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read kind of a paragraph that I put together, assimilating all your ideas, and then on the screen I'll tell you whose idea is being said when. Also take note that I occasionally changed slightly some of your ideas, just a tad, to help them mix together with everyone else's so we get something coherent. So here's the story. The world is going from black and white to full color. There's an astronaut that gives her everything to be with blank. I'm not sure if the response got cut off or if that's actually you meant to leave it blank, but let's see if we can't fill in the blank with something. So you guys in the comments tell me what should be filled in the blank there. There's an astronaut that gives her everything to be with what? And whichever comment gets the most likes in the next few days will be the answer we end up using. Anyway, continuing on. Yet, this astronaut is trapped, repeating the same day every day since a day 12 years in the past, and has since forgotten why the day is repeating. One day, she wants to leave that loop in time, searching what she could change to leave that loop. After a lot of failure, she eventually succeeds. After breaking the loop, reality slaps her in the face with the truth that the present reality is scary and unknown. She grew to depend on infinite second chances, but now moments pass in the blink of an eye and are gone forever. She desperately tries to relive childhood days. The one she's been trying so hard to get over is now available, and she doesn't know how to approach the situation. That old friend she spent every moment with in the loop, she now encounters and no longer knows who she is. If we could turn back time, could we learn to live right? So we might have to do a little bit more kind of finessing, but I think it's a super cool story and I think we should run with it. And here are some additional notes by some other people. Egomi says, we can write the lyrics about anything, but it should include the word beat. Again, you may be trolling me, but just to make the joke on you, I'm gonna actually do that, so. Kei says, maybe it could involve love, like a one-way love, when they love someone and that someone was the key to have a different life. All right, yeah, let's try it. So there was a question on the forum that I asked, on a scale of 1 to 5, how complex do you think the lyrics should be? And the average of all your responses was somewhere around 3.5 out of 5. So it'll be pretty down the middle, maybe a little bit more complex. We might throw in a few fancy words. The lyrics need to be long anyway because our story is pretty complex and pretty deep, so. And the random word that we were going to implement, the one with the most votes was side stroke. So we'll figure out how to use that. At the very end of the form, I asked you guys if you guys would tell me something about the form questionnaire that maybe I missed, and here are some of your thoughts. Egomi says a general lack of bass. This is shiny music, Egomi, so yes, there is a lack of bass, okay? There's no bass, all right? Gosh. Annie says a killer synth. We can do that. Rory says other languages. Now, Rory, you are absolutely correct. I totally forgot to ask what language we should write it in. I think when I first started the forum, I was thinking maybe we would do something in English because that's probably the language that we most kind of speak. But hey, I mean, SHINee music is supposed to be in Japanese anyway, so tell me in the comments, guys, do you think that we should write the song in English or should we write it in Japanese? I mean, what we can do is we can kind of take the ideas in English and then, you know, translate it in Japanese. That's actually how I wrote parts of 𝗁𝗃𝗀𝗃, but what do you guys think? Tell me so I can know. Teo says he just wants me to post more music. I can do that. That's what we're doing. Isaac says that he can tell the song is gonna be the bomb. Isaac, you're totally right. The song is going to be awesome. Akamatsu Kei says Japanese lyrics. It sounds like maybe you want it in Japanese, Kei, so why don't you say that in the comments just to get your vote in. And also you said maybe a collaboration, and this would be nice. I've got a lot of musical friends. We can do a collaboration, yeah. Charlie B, my man, says, I'll let the other fam answer this one. Okay. Danté says, nothing I can think of right now, we'll figure it out as we go. That is right, Danté, we will make this music together and we'll figure it out. CVM says, if you have multiple choruses, bridges, verses, and whatever else, each one should have different lyrics. Maybe have it from a different point of view each time or something entirely different. That's actually amazing, Crafty. I think that would actually work really well with the lyrical ideas that we're going with because the story is pretty deep, so we may need to kind of keep some of the, like maybe if we do multiple choruses, we can like use the same first half every chorus and then like the second half the words change to kind of like add new information, you know, but with the same melody or something. That's gonna be, yeah, I like that idea a lot. We'll use that. And I actually have one more question to ask you guys, so tell me in the comments. We've got to name this character, and because she's an astronaut, I'm thinking we should go with alliteration because that's awesome and I love that. So I kind of did some research and I came up with 3 names that I think she could have, and they are Asuka, Akinari, Ariya. So what's her name, guys? Those were your ingenious, beautifully creative ideas that we're gonna incorporate. Thank you guys for sending those in. I can't wait. I'm actually so excited after reading through and started figuring stuff out and kind of putting it all together, assimilating it all. I got a lot of brain juices flowing, so stay tuned this Friday. I think I'm gonna upload the video where we start making some samples, start working with some of the sounds, some synth patches, and start, you know, getting a basic ensemble going. As always, subscribe if you're not already. Support me on Patreon if you feel so inclined, or check out some of my other videos below. And also, if you are subscribed, go ahead and click that notification button so you can get my videos the moment they come up. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned.